This video is going to be on the disassembly of the Beretta 92 FS. There's not a whole lot to it, so it'll be a pretty quick video. So I just want to go over a few things on the gun also. As always, first thing we'll do is safety check it. Chamber's clear. No magazine. Okay, first thing we're going to do, there's several ways you can do this. This is your takedown lever right here. What you're going to do is, from the right side, you're going to push this in, this button right here. Push that in, and you're going to flip this down. And you can pull back on this, put this on save, you can pull back on the slide a little bit and do it, or you can lock your slide back, push it from the right side, and swing your lever down. And when you release your slide, just hold on to it and let it roll all the way forward. Next what we're going to do is take our guide spring out and our guide spring rod out. All you're going to do is push this forward a little bit and lift it out. And that comes right out. Next what we're going to do is take the barrel and the locking block out. What you're going to do, this is your locking block plunger right here. Right here's your locking block plunger. All we're going to do is push that forward and then lift your barrel out. And that's pretty much it for it. You don't have to do this every time. The only reason I'm going to take off the locking block is because sometimes while you're cleaning it, it can come off. And sometimes it is a little bit difficult to put back on. There's like a little trick to it. What you're going to do is just make sure your plunger's out. I'm going to lift up on it and slide it as far as it'll go. And then you just move the front end right here out. Rotate it out like that. A few things I've heard people say on the Beretta 92 FS. I've shot this gun many times. This is the gun I carry at work. I've shot many rounds through it. I've heard people complain about the guide rod being plastic. Out of thousands of rounds I've seen shot out of these, and what I've done myself, I've never seen any failures on this. It's lighter weight, and nothing's going to happen to it. And the way the military is trained, if they are getting ready to get captured or anything, with the plastic guide rod, they can make their firearm in-op by just snapping it in half. Maybe taking your spring and bending it way out and throwing the pieces different places. I know that sounds kind of far-fetched, but that's something you can do. And like I said, I've seen people replace these to get metal ones, and you know, to each his own. I just don't see a purpose in it. Also, on a 9mm, I hear a lot of people saying it's not a powerful enough round for home defense. A lot of this comes from the military, our troops overseas using this exact gun actually. The 9mm where they're getting shots off at the enemy, and the enemy is getting shots back off at them before they go down or they don't go down. The main reason for that is they're using ball ammunition. That is, as per the Geneva Convention, you have to use ball ammunition overseas. If you get a good hollow point, I promise you a 9mm is plenty to stop somebody. And that's what a lot of people have problems with. Make sure your plunger is all the way back. Now what we're going to do, let me get some more light over here. What you're going to do is you've got ramps right here. You're going to put, you can do this from either side. What we're going to do is you're going to put the ramp, or the locking block on this side, that side of the pin, like it's almost centered. And then you're going to put your bottom here in. Put the bottom and you're just going to wiggle it up and down, back and forth, and it should slide right in. So it's a little tricky. If you have any problems with it, I can do another video just on this and get them a little more detailed with it. Next thing you're going to do, you put your barrel in your slide, What you want to do here is make sure your locking block lugs go down in there straight. So we're just going to up a little bit. There, it's all the way down. It should be flush and locked in there. You'll see the locking block lugs right here will go down in that slot flush. That's when you know you have it. Next is the guide spring rod and the guide spring. You're just going to put your spring in there and just compress it. There'll be a little ledge here on the barrel. Well, actually, it's your lock block right here. It's going to rest right in here. The end of your guide rod is. So you just compress that forward. Lay it flat in there. Then just take your slide. Put your slide back on. Again, you can hold it back a little bit or lock it all the way back. You're just going to flip your lever back up. And do a quick function check on it. Doesn't fire without the safety. Decocking lever works. Another good thing about the Beretta 92FS, your magazine release can be taken off without buying a new one, and you can place it on the right hand side of the gun if you're a left-handed shooter. Also, the safety and the decocking lever is also ambidextrous, and unlike on a 1911, it's all the way up on the slide, so it's not going to get in your way at all. You won't even notice the other ones there. Whatever handed you are, you won't even notice the other ones over there ever. It doesn't get in the way at all. That's it for the Beretta 92FS.